And liquid loans, is it safe from regulation for the most part, you think? I know so Jesse say something around that.
Yeah. So that's what I really like about it, is I believe it is. Now, you can say that, but the rules can spin on a dime. The reason why at the moment I believe it's safe is it doesn't touch anything in TradFi. So we're not dealing with traditional US dollars. As soon as you deal with US dollars, you've got an issue then, because that's squarely in the remit of TradFi and the regulators. And if you just
what is TradFi for people who are not familiar?
Traditional finance. Or legacy finance. Yep. So legacy finance. Yep. So as soon as you've got one leg of your business in that world, you've got to play by their rules, and that means monitoring all what they call it, the travel rule. So where money's flowing in Australia, we have something called AUSTRAC, where any transaction above $10,000 got to get reported, and I'm sure that's like that across the world. So any movement of funds needs to get reported. If you're essentially a derivative of that underlying asset as well. So then you start falling into a whole raft of other
libertarian enemy is on fire right now.
Yeah. I think we come from the same place.
Calm down.
It boils my blood to see things like that. So for me, and look, Terra Luna to me was if that had have worked, man, that was awesome, because they were building payment rails and weren't holding USD as the underlying asset. So if that had worked, if it had gone a completely different way, that was a game changer. But obviously wasn't set up in the right fashion. My hopes for something like USDL and other protocols similar to it, if we can have these stable coins that are not underpinned by a highly regulated asset, then that means we don't have to play in that regulation field there. We don't have one leg in that side of the business.
That does sound like a game changer. I love the ethos of that being, the vision. I think that's what a lot of crypto projects are missing, the vision of like, we don't want to play in traditional finance. We want to make this the best game possible within our sphere. And there'll still be off ramps and things like that. But I love that that's you have a vision worth driving towards.
Yeah, that's right. So that was the lending side of liquid loans is important to the system, but to me it was the stablecoin aspect that just really gelled with me. I just seen that that's a gap in the market that hasn't been properly addressed in a non-governed, no admin keys, decentralized fashion. This protocol does that. And not having a shot at DAI, but and I don't know how far you can go with this before they become regulated. So DAI is backed by a pool of, I think it's ETH, USDC, and Tether. So then, okay, are they then exposed to the same regulatory risk because they're holding USDC, which is then a derivative or is underpinned by US dollars? Like, does that flow through to them? And the answer is I don't know, and I'm not trying to FUD DAI or anything here. The answer is it's a very grey area, and I don't know, can the regulators keep inching their way in to assets like that? So that's
an interesting point.
Yeah, so that's my take on on USDL and liquid loans as a protocol, and the importance of that, the stablecoin aspect of it. To me, like I said, it's that libertarian sort of I can have control. I know my funds aren't going to get blacklisted. Because,
you shouldn't have to tell people about your money. It's your money. You shouldn't have to tell people about it. I don't care if it's 10K or 100K or whatever. Like it's not.